to this practice. My name is Jaina. It's summertime here in Shanghai and it is super hot. Lately I've just been wanting to just lay out my mat and just be in Shavasana and not do too much at all. So this practice is a reflection of that. It's kind of the movements that I've been doing recently to do a little bit less. So it would be perfect to either start your day or to unwind your day, or maybe something in between. When you want that little bit of movement, but not too much effort. You want to do a little less. All right? So let's come and find a seat. We'll roll the shoulders back and can close down the eyes. Take these first moments to land and arrive onto your mat, into the body. And start to pay attention to how you breathe in and how you breathe out through the nose. And notice as you turn your attention to the breath naturally slows down a little. Let's make the breath a little bit longer and a little bit slower. And let's take one more deep, full inhale in through the nose to fill up the body with breath. And an exhale out to clear. Let's go ahead and crack open the eyes, let the gaze adjust on back into the space. Let's take an inhale, we'll lift the arms all the way up, interlock the fingers at the top, press the hands upwards. Start to take the arms back, that slight bend in the elbows, and you'll feel a little bit more stretch through the chest. We'll bring the left hand down and we'll take the right arm over. You can have a soft bend in the left elbow, lift the chest, stretch the fingers across. And then let's go ahead and take the hand behind the head, lift the elbow on up. Keep the right butt glued down to the ground. Good, we'll come on up, take the hands back behind you, interlock the fingers, move the shoulder heads back. Pull the hands towards the ground. And we'll go for the other side. We'll have the hand down, the arm up and over. Soft bend in the right elbow, stretch the left fingers. And see if you can lengthen out of that right hip. We'll take the hand behind the head, lift the elbow to the ceiling. Steady breaths. And we'll come on up. Interlock the fingers back behind you. You can change the interlock. Move the shoulder heads back. Pull the hands on down and lift the chest. And then gently release that. Let's take the legs to the right side. And with the right foot, you can stack it on top of the left. Swing the left arm around and can hold on to the upper arm. Take an inhale. And then exhale, see where your hand lands. It could be onto one leg, it could be across the other. You could even have it a little bit underneath the knee. Breathing in, breathing out, looking over the shoulder. Good, and we'll come back to center. Let's swing the legs over to the other side. Literally, during this summertime, I just want to be like him. Let's take the hand behind, hold onto the upper arm. Take an inhale and exhale to swing. And let your hand just land wherever it naturally lands. Know that that is enough for today. Breathing in and breathing out, looking over that right shoulder. we'll unravel that. Have the soles of feet together. Taking an inhale here. And then exhale, we'll start to bring the body forwards. Feel that length through the spine. See if you can keep the chest, the sternum moving forwards. And then if you like, can just soften down the head. And can you be here without any sort of efforting? Less effort, less force. Just allowing for yourself to be with the body and your breath today. Less pushing, less striving. More accepting where we are right now in this moment. Let's start to roll on up, and then we'll again just cross the legs, taking the right hand underneath your sit bone, and you'll just sit on the top of the hand. Relax the shoulders and then drop the left ear into the left shoulder. You can take that left hand over the ear and then maybe even reach a little bit more across so you get to the jaw. And then just gently traction the head down. See if you can relax that right shoulder down. Feel that stretch through the upper traps. And then you can just gently tilt the head. So you're pointing the chin towards the floor. Finding a different area to get into. Take that head on back and back to center. Let's go for the other side. So sitting on the left hand, relax the left shoulder. Drop the right ear into the right shoulder. Take the hand across. And either to the ear or maybe get the hand across towards the jaw. And then softening into this. Relax the left shoulder down. Let the breath be smooth and steady. Turning that head towards the ground, the chin towards the ground, and relax the left shoulder down. Good, and then we'll bring that head back up. And we'll release and we'll come onto the hands and knees. A few rounds of cat and cow. So spreading the fingers really wide, shoulders over the wrists, knees under the hips. Allow for the sit bones to lift up, spine to lengthen, chest to pull through. And then we'll curl and round in. Let the tailbone be quite heavy, moving to the back of the knees, chin towards the chest. Really arch and round through the entire spine. Breathing in, lift the sit bones up, feel the length. And then exhale, curl and round it. And the last one, breathing in. And breathing out. To more or less a neutral spine. We'll go ahead and extend out the right arm, turn the left arm in and rest the head, the forehead into the forearm. And just allow for that chest to soften on down there. You should just feel that stretch through your right arm into the right armpit, a little bit into the upper back. And then we'll start to pull that right arm back, sliding the left arm along. Turn the right forearm in and rest the head into the arm. Allow the chest to soften on down. It's time to arms come forward to Anahatasana and softening down the forehead to the mat. Now usually here I give the option of the chin, and that's totally fine if you want to put the chin down. But what if we do a little bit less? What if we just have the forehead onto the mat? What does it feel like for today? And really this practice of doing less is a real skill, because we're kind of conditioned to do more and more and more. So it's a practice, like this yoga practice is a practice. So it's something that we keep needing to kind of have in the mind so that we are conscious when we're making choices. And then you can press the hands down and come down onto the belly, and we'll take Sphinx. With the hands, can draw the hands back so the chest is lifted and the feet is relaxed to the ground. You can allow for the head to drop, and then you can move from side to side, just releasing out. And so this Sphinx is quite a gentle back bend. And sometimes when we go for back bends again, we want more and more and more. So here, just staying in this place of just being gentle, doing a little less, containing the energy within the body instead of exerting it out, and welcoming in new energy, new prana with each and every breath. And as we do just a little bit less than maybe usual, see how it sits within you and can explore that. And it's okay if doing a little less is a little uncomfortable, or maybe you have like this full body yes. This is exactly what you need today. Alright, let's start to bring ourselves on down. Arms come by the sides, and we'll press ourselves back into a child's pose. And again, softening down the forehead. Spread the fingers really wide, tuck the toes, and we'll come into our down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And go ahead and pedal out those feet. One heel down, the other heel lift. Getting that stretch in the back of the legs. From here, let's lift the right leg back and up. You can open the hip. Take some circles with the foot so you get into the ankle a few times one way, a few times the other way, and then can just start to rotate the right hip by drawing circles in the air with the right knee. And we'll go a few times the other way. From here, gently stepping that right foot forwards, and then the left knee softens down. Keep the back toes tucked. Take an inhale. As you exhale, sending the hips back and flexing the right foot. If you need blocks, feel free to grab them. You can have them underneath your hands. Curl the right toes back. We'll go with the breath, so inhale will come forwards, allow the hips to soften. Exhale, breath will go back. Last one, breathing in and breathing out. We'll bend that right leg, arms lift up. And then can pull down the arms like a cactus shape, tilt the arms back, feel the broadening through the chest. And take the right hand behind the left thigh, left arm lifts up. And as you exhale, bringing that arm across the right leg. Two hands come together, lift the chest and press the hands into each other. And again, here is this opportunity to do a little less. So sometimes there's the option of lifting up the left knee. Let's keep it down and see what that feels like. From here, two hands come down to the ground. We will lift up that left knee now. We'll have the left hand down and the right arm up into a nice, generous, open twist. Lift the chest. Right arm can just naturally go back. And then again, we'll just soften down that left knee and just reaching back here, allow for the hips to descend. And welcome to stay here, or you can start to bend that left leg. Maybe you find the foot if it's available, and perhaps draw that foot in, can bend the right elbow. See what feels good for today. We'll gently let this go. We'll come back into that downward facing dog. Left leg lifts back and up, open the hip. Can do some circles in the air with the foot, so you get into the ankle. Make sure you do a few times the other way. And then the knee, so drawing circles in the air with the left knee to get into the left hip, and a few times the other way is good too. And we'll lightly step that left foot forwards, and the right knee softens down. Take an inhale here, and exhale, we'll shift the hips back, flexing the left foot. Inhale, we'll come forwards. Exhale to go back. Last one, breathing in. And breathing on out. And we'll bend that leg. Come into low lunge, Anjayasana, arms lift up. Inhale here, exhale breath to pull down the arms. Left hand behind your right thigh, right arm lifts up. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, taking that right arm across the left leg. Hands come together, press the hands into each other to lift the chest. And we'll slowly bring the hands to the floor. Lifting up that right knee, right hand down, left arm up into this spacious twist. And we'll soften down the right knee. So welcome to stay here. Maybe bend the leg, and it's okay to catch the foot. And if you like, any amount, bringing that leg in. Stay with the breath. And enjoy just being in this moment now, where you're on your mat without having to rush off to do anything after this. We're just here in this moment. Everything has yet to come. We'll gently let go of the foot, and then we'll return back to that downward facing dog. From here, we'll walk the hands back towards the feet. Turn the toes out, heels in. We come down into a squat, into Malasana. Allow for the tailbone to be heavy. Welcome to have the hands on the ground. I'll bring the hands together and see if we can lengthen the chest. Good, and let's slowly bring ourselves down to the ground. And we'll come to lie down onto the back. And we bring the legs into a tabletop. Left ankle onto the right thigh. Left hand through the center, holding onto the right hand. Relax the shoulders, can flex that left foot, move the left knee away from you as you bring in the legs. And let's go ahead and take the arms out into a T shape. Could cross your left leg over the right and take the legs to the right side. So welcome to stay here. If this is uncomfortable, then can just have the legs stacked on top of each other. See what feels the best. And we'll bring ourselves back to center. We'll switch. Right ankle to the left thigh, right hand through the center, hold on to the left. And you're bringing the legs on in. Relax the shoulders, move that right knee away from you. You can flex the right foot. Arms out into that T. Take that right leg over the left and the legs over to the left side. Let the legs be very heavy. Bring the legs back to center, 2 feet onto the floor, arms out into a cactus shape. Here, keep your feet more or less exactly where they are. You just take the knees over to the right side. So the legs are separate. Could be enough. Also, what is nice, if you have the right foot onto the left thigh, just above the knee, pay attention to the inside of the left knee. If there's any pressure, then you can take the leg off or reduce how much you press down. Bring the legs to the center. Again, 2 feet on the floor, and then swing the knees to the left, and then the left foot on top of the right thigh, just above the knee. And just keeping that pressure, the press of the left leg down quite light. No need to push it down. Just staying in this gentle space. Bring the legs back to center. We'll go ahead and hug the knees in. And this is your practice, so if there's anything that you wish to do today that would complete this and make this yours, feel free to hit pause on the video and then join for Shavasana. Or if you're happy right now to go into Shavasana, let's come in. Legs will go on either sides of the mat, arms go by the sides, and please take up as much space as you like. And just allow for the body to completely relax here, and knowing that what we did right now, today, is enough. We are enough. You are enough. I am enough. And what we did is enough. Allow for yourself to relax here. roll to the side that feels more open to you. And then let's come and take a seat. Let's have the hands onto the knees and let's go ahead and roll the shoulders back, lengthen up the spine. And take these last few moments that we have just to feel things out. How does it feel right now in your body, the mind, the breath? And let's bring the hands to the center of the chest, to the heart center. We'll bow down the brain, our head to the heart. And thank you so much for your practice today.